I'm currently standing in one of the only communities in Colorado where you can find new build homes, bigger lots up to about a half acre or more depending on where you're living out here, and still be within 15-20 minutes of a major city. Where am I talking about? I'm talking about Elizabeth, Colorado. And specifically today, I am here in Independence, which is the neighborhood in Elizabeth, Colorado. We're located on the northern side of Elizabeth, and we're really just about 15 minutes from the town of Parker. Now, what makes this area so unique is, just like I said before, it is going to be a very rural setting where you are going to be able to find a lot bigger lots than you're going to be able to find in your traditional new build areas that you're going to find in like Castle Rock or Parker or really any of those areas. And if you guys see behind me here, it literally feels like we are on an old homestead because we quite literally are. Not too long ago, guys, this was just farmland that was privately owned. And since then, and really for about the past, I'd say 5-6 years, they've really been turning this into a new kind of development that frankly, we're gonna see a lot more of come up in these rural areas. And by new kind of development, I mean these new build communities that are master planned. So you're gonna be able to get your pool, your clubhouse, all of those sort of modern amenities that you guys like, but you're going to have a ton of open space. You're going to have a lot of walkout basements. You're going to have a lot of homes that back to open space. And on top of that, they are really making an intention to create a lot more bigger sized lots out here. Now, you're not going to find 1 or 2 acre lots on these new build homes, but you are going to find a lot of homes that are going to have up to about a half acre lot, which is honestly about 2 to 3 times bigger that you're typically going to find in a lot of your normal new build areas. Now out here in Independence, you're going to find about 4 to 5 big name builders. You're going to have a lot of your traditional ones like your Taylor Morrisons, your Meritage, your Lennar, your Pulte, which we are going to highlight a Pulte home a little bit later in this video that you guys are not going to want to miss. So you're going to find a lot of the same builders that you're going to have in your more traditional neighborhoods out here, but there is just a different vibe and a different flair to these homes. For example, a lot of people that are wanting to live out in these new build areas, they might really like their cars or their toys or their trucks. So you're going to find a lot bigger garages and a lot more spaces. Matter of fact, the home that we're going to show you later can fit up to a 5-car garage, which you just won't find in any of your traditional suburban neighborhoods, really at all. The most I've ever seen is up to 4, but out here you can get up to 5. So that is really cool. And in addition to that, just behind me here, you're going to have the pool, the clubhouse. You've got a great fitness center here. And then just behind me here, you've got a great little dog park. Now, where I'm walking around here, you're gonna see just tons of trails all throughout the neighborhood. Again, it is very, very family friendly. Now, I personally live out in Elizabeth, but I live in an older part of Elizabeth, not a master plan community that is just about 10 minutes south of here. And one of the things that I don't necessarily like about living out there is I don't have just normal sidewalks that I can go and take the kids out on or go walk the dogs. There's no neighborhood parks or anything like that. So an area like this would be perfect for you guys that are looking for this slower pace of life, more of a rural setting for you to live or raise your family in, but you don't want to give up the modern amenities like the sidewalks and the pools and things like that. So for us personally, once we outgrow the house that we're in now, man, we might take a hard look at Independence here. Now that you guys have a feel for what we're gonna be diving into today, I wanna head back to the office real quick to show you guys exactly where this sits on the map, just how long it is gonna take you to get to the Targets and the grocery stores and the downtown Denvers and the airport. So stay tuned for that. And then again, we're going to dive into one of the most beautiful ranch style homes you're going to find out here. All right, now before we dive into the specifics as far as the homes you're going to find out here in Independence, first of all, I want to show you guys exactly where this sits on the map. All right, now right here up on the top of the map, we have downtown Denver. Now, if we come just southeast of Denver, about 35 minutes southeast, we're going to run here into Parker, Colorado. A lot of you guys are already familiar with Parker. Now, from Parker, if we go ahead and come just a little bit more southeast of that, this community right here, this is what is known as Independence. This is just over 1,000 acres. It's going to be comprised of about 1,400 total residences. And as you guys can see here, it looks like it's pretty remote. However, if we really start breaking it down, Independence is located right off of Hilltop Road. Hilltop Road is the road that is ultimately going to take you all the way here into Parker, Colorado. Now, me personally, I live just about 10 minutes south of Independence here in Ponderosa Park in Elizabeth. Now, Parker for me is where we do the majority of our day-to-day shopping. You've got your Targets, your Walmarts, your Home Depots, all the chain restaurants you could possibly want. And that is about 15 to 20 minutes away. So I even live further than Independence, but it still is only 15 to 20 minutes for me. So it's still very, very doable. While out here at my yard, I have about 2 acres sitting out here. Now, you're not going to find multiple acre lots in Independence. This is an important thing I want to note. However, you will find larger lots than you traditionally find in our normal suburban new build areas. But there are a lot of places in Elizabeth, such as Ponderosa Park where I live, where you can find 1, 2, up to 5 acre lots. You're just typically not going to find the new build homes that you might be looking for. So for the sake of this video, let's say that you really do want a bigger lot, the back's to open space, but you really just want the community to feel a little bit slower and a little bit more removed from the hustle and bustle of a Parker or a Castle Rock. Well, this is where Independence is going to be a really good option for you. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at a community map to show you guys exactly what is here and what is to come in the future. Now, right here at the entrance of the community, Homestead Park, this is where you're going to find the main clubhouse, fitness center, a really nice one, in addition to some cool old historic buildings that were here from the original ranch that was here before. And on top of that, they do have a really nice dog park. You can see here that we have neighborhood 1, neighborhood 2, neighborhood 3, and neighborhood 4 laid out. However, the ones that are not here quite yet are neighborhood 5, 6, and 7. So there is still a lot more development to come out here. Now, you'll also see that all the acreage that they have out here planned for homes, they're keeping 50% of it as open space and trails. So again, this is what I'm talking about, you know, as far as just maybe a slower paced neighborhood, and maybe you're not going to have an acre or 2 lot, but so many of these homes do back to open space, and you are going to get some really good views out here, especially in the sections that sit up a little bit higher where you can literally see the entire front range. Now, another thing I want to note are a couple things here that are designated, like this spot right here, for commercial mixed use in the future. And then right down here, you have a future school. Right now, they are currently working on building a new charter school, which is going to service this area in addition to the surrounding areas. For the time being, your kids will go to Elizabeth Public Schools, which are also very close by, and they can always go there. You also have school choice here in Douglas County. So if they do want to go somewhere else, that is more than good. However, what is really nice is they are planning within the next 2 years to have a really nice top-notch charter school here within the actual neighborhood itself. Even though I don't live in Independence, this is an option that we are definitely going to be exploring for our kids. So now that you guys know where this sits in relation to Parker and really just how close this is to downtown Denver and places like Castle Rock and Denver International Airport, which, side note, you're only about 40 minutes away from DIA, let's take a look at one of the builders out here, Pulte, and one of the beautiful ranch products that they have available, so you can get a feel for what some of the price points and finished products are going to look like in this neighborhood. And before we jump out there, I want to remind you guys real quick that we are licensed real estate brokers here in Colorado. So the number popping up on your screen right now, give us a phone call, text message, or email, and we'd love to help you out with any of your relocation needs here to the state of Colorado. With that being said, guys, let's go check out what Will's got to show us here at this Pulte home.
All right, now that you guys are more familiar with Elizabeth, let's go inside one of the builds. This is one of the most popular ones. It is a ranch, it is a walkout. But before we go inside, I gotta let you guys know, please consider 2 to 5 car garage, half acre, under $900,000. So keep that in mind when you come check this out. You're not gonna believe it. We're gonna take a short right though. I gotta show you something really quick before we get to the fun stuff. You've got 2 full-size bedrooms right at the front of the house. So this one actually includes 3 bedrooms upstairs, 2 downstairs. So even though you're in a ranch, you've got plenty of space. But one of my favorite parts about this build is if you take a look inside this bathroom, you've got a standing shower in this front bathroom. So whether you have some in-laws and some friends that are staying and they're using this front bedroom that could be used as a guest bedroom, a lot of times this front main bathroom has no shower, no tub, no anything. This has a standing shower. So if you do have some guests staying, this is perfect for them to use. But check this out as well. As we go through the hallway, what we haven't missed out on is you still have a community bathroom right here next to the kitchen, right? So something very unique. It's things like this that you might not think of when you guys are purchasing homes, but I can't tell you how cool that standing shower is in the front, especially if you have some guests. Over here to my right, you've got like a beautiful office. And then as you walk in, you can see huge open concept, great fireplace, massive 9.5 foot island. Behind me, we've got the primary. You guys will see that. But before we get there, let's check this out through the backyard. Enjoy this open space. You've got the farmhouse just to the south of this home. Plenty of open space. Everything you guys can grab here goes up to a ½ acre as far as your personal lot, right? So really cool, amazing rolling hills. This is what we talk about when we mention these things, whether it's on our live on the Tuesday evenings or in some of our other videos when we talk about the Colorado experience and what people are really trying to get. So not only can you do this in the luxury markets that you guys have seen in Castle Rock and everything else, but here in Elizabeth, you're doing a lot of great things. And I already mentioned this, but it's incredible. It's under 900,000. Let's go back inside. Let's check out our primary. Take a look, really cool. So full vanity, dual sinks, huge shower that you guys will see that Eli's gonna show you too. I'm gonna speak a little quieter so you guys don't hear me echo, but really cool. And what I love about this is, not that Eli's in the shower with me literally as we speak. What I love about this is the glassless concept. So right below you, this is where you guys can stand and dry off. You've got the elevation change here where you guys actually go a step down. This is where you're gonna take a shower, where you can sit, whatever it may be, but you're getting no water to the exterior. You've got some privacy with the drywall and the tile, but this is literally glassless, which does save a lot of cost, but this is also just a lot easier when it comes to your maintenance and what you guys have to do to maintain glass. If you have huge glass showers, I love them. I think they look amazing. There is a lot of maintenance. There is a lot of grout and things that get onto the glass that you have to just consider. So keep that in mind, but really cool concept here. You've got your, what I would call a pooper over to your left, and you've got a nice walk-in closet. All right, now before we go downstairs, I do want to mention that this home builder, specifically Pulte Homes, does offer finished basements. A lot of times when you guys look at new builds, they have the space for it. It's just unfinished. You guys have to hire your own contractors when not to come through. Pulte actually does this as a part of the home. We've got the 2 bedrooms upstairs here in the front. You've got the primary toward the back. So we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. You've got plenty of entertainment space. We've conquered that, but take a look downstairs. You've got 2 more bedrooms for kiddos, for people staying over, whatever it may be, and plenty of space to entertain. Super beautiful. You've got these huge windows. You do have a walkout over here just behind the couch. Great spot for the bar. I love some of the design concepts. One of the fun things Eli and I absolutely love doing when we come to new builds is there's a handful of them, Pulte being one of them. The floor plans are great, but how they engineered the space as far as like where they would put a bar for people to sit, where the couches go, where the entertainment space goes, it does open your eyes to a lot of different things you can do with some of the open concept, especially when it comes to basements, right? But really cool ground level. You got the door out back here. You've got 2 full bedrooms over here. One to your right, one to your left. You've got a full bathroom here with a shower and tub, just in case you do need that. Some people do like tubs. I'm a standing guy. Now, this is also gonna sound silly, but it's not. This is also one of my favorite parts of a home. You have a massive unincorporated space here for your HVAC, your sump pump and everything else, but this is great for storage. So if you guys got, Christmas trees, whatever it is, like it's just nice to have space like this that's dedicated to storage. That way you guys don't have to like put that in the garage. We love keeping our garage super clean. Let me correct that. We as an dad loves keeping garage super clean, but you've got plenty of space here. And if you guys take a look over here, I'm not sure if we can see it, might not be important to you, but you've also got some crawl space up here, which is all vapor lined, but this is also great for storage. So if you guys want to use this and build out and finish this portion of the basement as well, you're more than welcome, but you're not gonna lose all of your storage space because you've got plenty under here. That's under the half of the entire house, just about plenty for storage, right? So overall, really great. This is like the tactical side of homes that I love when builders still allow for space like this to either make your own improvements and your own customizations or just space for storage again. All right, now one more thing before we go back upstairs and we start talking more details when it comes to all the amenities that Pulte is offering. If you guys look up above me, normally what you are used to seeing is just big metal vents. These are all individually lined for each individual vent through the entire house. So it's not only does it have its own dedicated vent, but if for some reason there was something going on as far as a maintenance issue or a cleaning issue, you guys can literally pinpoint and you can have that fixed and or corrected. I would say super more efficient, really great as far as like the maintenance and or just fixing of things. Definitely more modern than what most are doing. A lot of builders start catching on to this, but Pulte is definitely leading the way with this. We've been seeing this from Pulte, Eli, for probably about 2 years at least, right? We noticed this a couple years back when they first started doing it. Even through here, guys, like you just don't see big bulky drywall chunks coming down where they're covering those huge metal vents. Does that make sense? So look how clean and crisp everything is through here. A lot of that is because of what we're talking about. These are just so more efficient, and just you can just tuck these in. So where you've got the finished basement, they're just, the way you can tuck these things in and hide them is a lot more efficient, a lot more livable, and just more aesthetic space to your basement, which is awesome. Last thing I want to cover that they also offer in these new build homes, tankless water heater. So for those of you that have teenagers, maybe like myself, and they take 5,500 minute showers, like I don't know, for whatever reason, I think I was the same way.
6 kids, 6 showers.
Allegedly, you're not supposed to run out of hot water because of your tankless. One of my kids could put you to the test. We should actually probably do that one day to see if we could run out of hot water. But either way, this is also a great amenity. I like where this is tucked away. Sometimes you'll see builders where they choose to put sub pumps, where they choose to put HVAC. Sometimes it's like in the middle of a basement, literally like against the wall in the middle. And you're like, man, I really want to finish this, but we kind of have to work around this. And you almost wonder why they didn't put it off to a side, et cetera, et cetera. It makes you feel like they didn't put much thought into it and they were just putting it, I guess, where they had the easiest access. I'm not sure, but Pulte definitely takes care as far as like planning. Hey, where can we put this? Can we already tuck it behind a door and then can already be off to a corner? What I love about this, guys, is if you do want to finish this space that we're talking into right now, per code, this does have to be closed off with its own separate door. I think you need 3 feet by 3 feet away from the HVAC, but where they've placed this, it's not taking away from the entire open space here, right? So you guys can definitely still get a great bang for buck if you're putting a golf simulator in here or a gym or a movie theater, whatever you guys want to do, you've got plenty of space. This isn't sitting over here in the middle of that wall where it could be a problem for you. All right, so now we've seen inside of one of the homes, and we're gonna show you this next one here in probably a couple of weeks. This is also a great option, but being that this ranch was the most popular, definitely wanna give you guys that. But now let's get into amenities that Pulte is offering. So we talked about the 5-car garage. That is amazing. The fact that you can get that and still be within 20 minutes to Southlands Mall to do all of your shopping, et cetera, but you live, I call it Little House on the Prairie. It's beautiful. You've got rolling hills, you've got amazing views of the mountains, depending on which location you're in. But to be able to have a 5-car garage, definitely ahead of its time, but definitely something that a lot of folks love having. And if you don't need 5, but you need 4 or 3, hey, that's okay too. But we're also gonna be talking about some of the incentives that Pulte has.
Yes.
As far as the builder, some things that you guys can do with your rates, some cashback stuff that they're also offering, completely unheard of. I feel like Pulte, not to be on a soapbox here, I feel like Pulte's got to be one of the most competitive builders that's offering some of the best incentives there is. And mind you, the houses already that we've been showing you as far as these lots that you guys can get in the 5-car garage, et cetera, is under 900.
Yes, exactly.
It's already under 900, but then they're also offering a lot of very competitive incentives. So
that's right.
Really excited to shut my mouth and let Eli elaborate on some of this stuff.
Yeah, so diving into some of those incentives. Now, keep in mind, these do tend to expire every month, but for all the homes that we've bought from Pulte, they have had similar incentives. So my guess is, regardless of when you're watching this video, they will have something similar if it's not this exactly. This community out here, again, we're at Independence in Elizabeth by Pulte Homes. They're offering on a conventional mortgage, we're looking at $499, 30-year fixed rates, or if you have an FHA or VA or some sort of government-backed loan, they can go down to as low as 3.99. Asterisk disclaimer, this all is going to depend on your credit and all that stuff, right? So you still have to be able to qualify. I know.
Let him talk about that.
I know, yeah, all the fine print. But regardless, you're looking at $399 to $499 rates. On top of that, they have $45,000 flex cash. So depending if you are doing a dirt start build and want to use that towards some of your customizations of the home, or if you just want to take that off the price of the home, so like that one that Will was talking about, the same model as this one, where they have the 5-car garage on almost half-acre lot, you can get almost 50 grand knocked off of that to get you closer to that 850 price point.
Which is amazing. A lot of incentives. Now, the reason why I'm so excited about this, because as you guys are going through this home with us and taking a look, bang for buck, it's a great home. Pulte has great finishes. Pulte has great quality as far as like overall build. We've helped at least 10 to 12 clients just in the past 12 months purchase a Pulte home, from Castle Rock to down here now. Like, they've been a great builder for us as far as our clients and the overall experience, even from some of the dirt starts. We've got clients who some of the spec homes that are move-in ready, but overall the client experience as far as us working with you guys with Pulte, it's been great. But again, you know, when you're looking at things, if you were to just take real estate out of this and you're looking at just things that are on sale per se or incentives, all right, if you buy one, you get 4 free, like, but you're like, I don't even want the one. It's just, it's not quality, or every time I buy one of these, it breaks, it's made out of plastic or whatever. It wouldn't really matter, right? So same thing in real estate. These incentives, an amazing price point, it doesn't necessarily matter if it's not gonna be quality for what you need it for. But with us going through homes literally on a daily basis with clients, filming content every single week for you guys all over Colorado, we see a lot of these new builders. And when you're looking at just the price in general,
Totally.
even before all these incentives, Pulte is so competitive with the product that they're giving you. The incentives just take it over the top. So we're really big fans. We think it's a great option. If you guys are looking for certain areas, if this speaks to you, this is definitely one of the stones you're gonna wanna turn. All right, there you have it. This is Elizabeth, Colorado. You've seen Pulte Homes. We're gonna be showing you guys more. You've seen the pool house. We've talked incentives, we've talked price point. There's just one last thing we're gonna talk to you about that we also love talking to you guys about, and that's that number popping up below. Right. That's reminding you that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. We love helping with those real estate needs just as much as we love making these videos. We've also got some great area guides, some relocation guides, things like that can help you not only with Elizabeth specifically, but any surrounding area. So I'm sure they can text this number.
Scan this QR code.
Or the QR code right here, wherever Eli puts it this week. Somewhere on this screen is also a QR code. It's free, it's mobile friendly, it's for you guys to use, but love helping you guys spend a great
100%.
first quarter. There's more to come as far as everything else competitive in real estate. Definitely, you're gonna wanna check out this area. Now, if this area is not for you, here's what I will say. I'd still be interested in Pulte Homes. We've had a great experience at all of their locations so far, so definitely a big fan. Either way, reach out, text, call, whatever you guys can do. We'd love to answer that phone call and help you guys out.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.